American capitalism is pure propaganda and semantics. And I'm not saying this to be controversial. I'm saying this because I'm 35 years old, and it wasn't until this year that I started to actually learn how things work. And as a realtor, I'm embarrassed to admit what I'm about to tell you. The homeowners in China actually have a more close relationship to ownership than Americans do. In China, you don't technically own land, you lease it. You lease it for 70-year periods. And in most cases, that 70-year land lease, it's comparable to what you would pay in a purchase price in a home in America. They finance that over the course of 70 years. They also don't have annual state taxes. This is important. They also don't pay for insurance, which is another really important piece. Under capitalism, you technically own the property, but first of all, if you have a mortgage note, you don't own shit. All right. And even if you pay cash or pay off your mortgage, you still pay annual taxes every year. In addition to that, you also pay insurance. Everyone with a mortgage is required to pay for insurance. And insurance, I'm not even going to get into how much bullshit homeowners insurance is, specifically in the state of Florida. And you might be wondering, if they're not paying for insurance in China, what happens if an earthquake hits or a tsunami, whatever? The government pays for it. Think FEMA, but actually pays out and gives a shit about people. But wait, there's more. Because in China, even though it's only a 70-year land lease, you might be thinking, well, 70 years, sure, that's your lifetime, but what about your kids? You can transfer it to your kids with no administrative fees. So technically, that lease starts to look a whole lot more like ownership, doesn't it? Because after 70 years, they don't have to pay shit. Whereas your kids and grandkids here in America, even if you give them a property that's owned outright, if they fail to pay the taxes, it will be taken from them. We've been so propagandized that we don't look beneath the surface. We've been trusting the authority figures in our lives to tell us the truth. And the truth is that those people were lied to by people who had a massive financial incentive to make sure that you never knew the truth. If you guys are interested in a full deep dive on this, where I do a side-by-side comparison with American metros versus Chinese metros, the cost of ownership, and all that good stuff, let me know in the comments. It just takes a lot of effort to put those types of videos together. So if there's interest, I'm more than happy to cite my sources and provide these numbers for you guys, because we need to know this stuff. The more educated we are, the more information we have to move forward in building a system that actually works for us.